Hello and welcome back to an episode of Generation Films. My name is American Ben. Hey guys, before I start the video, I just want to let you know that over on our new anime channel, Generation Ochi, I did a follow-up to this video in which I broke down all of the characters in Alice in Borderland. I discussed their psyches and their roles in the story and so on. I think it's a really good video. I had a lot of fun doing it. So please, if you enjoyed this video, you like Alice in Borderland, after you watch this, go over there and check it out. And give us a subscribe too. We're building that channel fast and we're really excited about it and we want you on board. Anyway, oh my God, I did not realize how starved I was for good content until I saw Alice in Borderland. No, not the trippy fantasy classic Alice in Wonderland, and no, not the loot crazy, also trippy classic RPG shooter Borderlands, which I wasted a lot of my life on. But Alice in Borderland is somehow both of those things and lots of other things too. I can honestly say that after finishing this new Netflix series that I have no idea what I just saw, and I mean that in the best way. Oh, warning by the way, and I'm serious about this. If you're someone who isn't in a good place right now or you're struggling mentally, this show isn't for you because it's dark and could leave you with a bit of a negative feeling. And thus, I love you, but this video also isn't for you. You've got to make smart decisions for your mental health, and I know some people are going to think this aside is stupid or snowflakey, but it's important to me, and there's no shame in being wise enough to recognize that you need to stick to positive influences. Okay, anyway, I'd been getting back into anime while prepping for this channel when all of a sudden Holy Mother Algorithm sent Alice my way, and though at first I didn't click, as we know, choice in the world of streaming is just an illusion, and all fates are immutable. And so late one night, while I was hanging out in my office with a delirious Alan and the ever-mech Congo, I suggested, or at least I tell myself I suggested, we give Alice in Borderland a try. I had no idea what the hell the show was, but I read the quick synopsis. Quote, an aimless gamer and his two friends find themselves in a parallel Tokyo where they're forced to compete in a series of sadistic games in order to survive, end quote. And honestly, it sounded a little too horror-esque for my liking, but sorry, they had me at Parallel Tokyo, am I right? Oh, by the way, at worst there will be light spoilers in this video. I want you to watch this damn thing without knowing anything that happens. But back on point here, I love Japanese movies. I mean, Hollywood is just an automatonic colossus at this point. Yeah, it spits out some good stuff, but so much of what they do is just so safe. But Japanese filmmakers, safe? Ha! Even in the land of free speech, aka America, would they be ostracized as cultural heretics for some of the stuff they do in their art? Oh, but how refreshing that is in today's uber cancel-happy Western culture. But my friends, Shinsuke Sato is here to save us. Who is Sato? Well, other than the guy who directed Alice in Borderland, I had never heard of him before. His resume reveals that throughout his career, he's mostly been dedicated to adapting manga series to film. For instance, he helped write the 2001 action film The Princess Blade, based on the manga Lady Snowblood. He directed the 2018 film Bleach, based on the world-famous manga of the same name, and he's even made contributions in the video game world, working on the story for 2002's Tekken 4. I mean, and yes, this will be an ignorant statement, nothing on his filmography would hint to me that this guy could helm a gripping, top-notch live-action film series. And yet, he directed every episode of Alice in Borderland. Though this too is based on a manga of the same name written by Haro Aso. But maybe the problem here is my own snobbery. Developed from what I've been made to believe about the world of anime vis-a-vis that of the more highfalutin realms of filmdom. Perhaps it's to the world of manga, anime, and video games where brilliant writers are absconding to fully manifest their talents and ideas. Yes, I showed cyberpunk there just to piss you off. So what is Alice in Borderland beyond that quick synopsis I read earlier? Well, I didn't know there would be math on this test. Sorry, I can do this. It's basically about this group of three friends, avid gamer Arisu, lovable freakazoid Chota, and cool as a cucumber Karube, who, all living somewhat disaffected lives in Tokyo, hide from security officers in a bathroom stall, and re-emerge into the world to find that everyone is gone. Well, everyone except for a few stragglers here and there, all of whom, including the trio, are forced to compete in a series of games in which losing most likely will mean death. From there on out, the show is madness, and will leave you on the edge of your seat the entire time as you follow the main characters struggle to stay alive and figure out where the real world went. Its wild story and colorful characters are the perfect mix of interesting, relatable, and yet bizarre. Though I suppose not everyone is that relatable, such as psychopathic samurai incels with tattoos covering their bodies. And on that note, yeah, the characters in this show are everything that makes Japanese cinema great. Every single actor knows his role and commits to it 110%, thus breathing life and stakes into this ridiculous world their characters are trapped within. This show really masters the whole creepy sexy character thing, though again, no, not the incel samurai who is just creepy, and yeah, one more creepy. But yeah, he's still awesome, I know. But better examples of creepy sexy would be the Johnny Depp-esque cult leader Madman, who's found some solace in this mysterious sadistic world through the adoration of faithfully devoted followers, or the reserved Shibuki, an enigmatic woman who emits an aura of normalcy while simultaneously reeking of femme fatale inclinations. Weirdly wielding a sharp object with intent to injure or kill didn't turn me off to her. Actually, it only made me like her more. Is that so wrong? Now, characters and plot aside, what I love about this show, and this is where I might lose you if you're more of a blue-collar viewer, but I was very much moved by its thematic elements. What to me really makes Alice in Borderland a quintessentially Japanese product is its depth. And my American friends watching this video are going to gag at that, and rightfully so, because to them, depth will mean simplistic political messaging spoon-fed to the audience in a preachy way that serves only to damage the overall integrity of the work it's contained within. American artists are extremely talented and smart, but I often get the feeling that they're creating in an echo chamber where no one steps in to be like, bruh, this is cringe. Instead, some well-intentioned screenwriter locked away in a writer's room somewhere in the bowels of Hollywood throws in some sort of line about love not hate, and his comrades in penmanship, all likewise donning sleek onesies and sipping hot cocoa, applaud his supposed genius and print. I often get the feeling that Japanese artists just reach deeper, and I'm not quite sure why that is. Maybe it's because the stakes are higher for them. Maybe they're really pressing back against seriously repressive cultural traditions endemic to their society. Maybe they're more self-aware overall. Or maybe they're just crazier. Or then again, perhaps it's only the best of the best Japanese art that reaches us here in the West. I don't know, I'm just throwing things out there. But nonetheless, though Alice in Borderland's narrative isn't ingeniously layered with profound philosophy, what I appreciate is that it actually tries to grapple with more substantial ideas. More useful ideas than just rich people bad or this political party good. No, it touches on deeper human themes. The despair that human beings deal with in the silence of their minds while living amidst societies designed to remove them from their more animalistic instincts is a central theme of the show.
単刀直入に聞くよ。君はこの絶望しかない世界でどう生きる？どう？
Alice in Borderland also stirs in the mind difficult questions about human nature. What does it mean that certain characters in the show by nature and nurture have developed certain pathologies, are outcasts in normal society, and actually thrive to a degree in this lawless, violent reality? And then of course the show has some evergreen themes that pop up again and again in Japanese movies, such as the idea that the chaos of a dangerous fantasy world is preferable to the drear and pointlessness of everyday life. Hey listen, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that these themes are all super original and have never been investigated before, or that dark ideas are the only ones worth exploring. They're not. But nonetheless, what this show attempts to confront in its narrative, sometimes too overtly maybe, is much more substantial than what lies in much of the content that prevails across streaming platforms today. But let me shut up about all of this. The number one thing is that this show is just a hell of a lot of fun. Damn. Get together with your buds. If you don't have buds, no big deal. I have very few friends myself and they don't even like me, and watch this damn show. It will be refreshing. Anyways, I love this show. That is the video. Remember to go over to our new anime channel, Generation Ochi, to see the breakdown I did of Alice's characters. I had a lot of fun writing and shooting that video, so please check it out. Give this video a like. Did I mention doing that already? Well, if I didn't, then do it now. Subscribe to this channel, subscribe to Generation Ochi, hit all the notification bells. For now, my name is American Ben, Generation Films. Peace.